presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Pierre Governor Sports on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors on KCCR are sponsored by Agtegra, First Fidelity Bank, Red Rosa, Wheelhouse Auto Body, SD Savin, Wagner Auto, and State Farm Becky Potsaba Agency.
Now Zabel will have to throw. He'll throw the back of the end zone looking for Kaiser. Up in the air. The catch is made to the 45. He stays on his feet. Kaiser, 35-30. How about a 99-yard pass? Touchdown, Governors!
And by Pizza Ranch, Rising Hope Counseling, Sanford Clinic, River Bottom Sanitation, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Anderson Rumsa Dental, Home Care Services, and Country Carpet and Flooring.
To be taken here by the Governors. Michaela Sherwood put us an end to the Knights, and the Governors win it 15-6 in set number 5.
By Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Boys and Girls Club of the Capital Area, Slumberland Furniture, AGE Corporation Ready Mix, Dakota Storm and Roofing, and South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Division of Consumer Protection.
Tyne Winkler got a free rush to the quarterback. This is picked off to the end zone. Carson Stosier, a pick 6, and the Governors lead at 40-0. Right back at you.
Pierre Governors on KCCR is also sponsored in part by Beck Motors, First United Methodist Church, Zander Auto Parts, Birding Electric, May Adam, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Gales Gas, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Rowers to receive it. Christofferson to set for Kropp. Off the hands. That's going to be a kill. That's a reverse sweep win for the Governors. 15-12 in set 5. Abby Kropp finishes off a 17-kill Knights. 15-12 in set 5. The Governors complete the comeback.
And by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Graham Tire. Faith Lutheran Church. Access Health Fort Pierre. And CHS River Plains.
Final play of the ball game. 7 seconds to go. Kamshoff looking to backpedal. He is going to be sacked. The mountain has been climbed. The standard sets. 7th heaven. The Governors. 7 straight state championships.
And by Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Motors, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, Missouri River Dentistry, Comtech, and Bank West. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Pierre Governors, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to Riggs High School as we get set for senior nights for the Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers. The second time in the last 2 weeks these two teams will meet. It is senior night tonight. We're still waiting the end of the sophomore game, which is a 9-5 win. Make that the sophomore game, which is a 9-5 lead for the Huron Tigers in set number 3. John McClure alongside Mendel Miller. And Mendel, it's an important game tonight for both these teams. The Governors at 6-9, the Tigers at 6-12. They are tied at 14th right now in the standings. And if you want to find yourself, and we'll talk with the coaches here in just a little bit, but if you want to find yourself having a better chance of an upset, you got to get up those standings. And you're looking at a team that you can get in front of tonight and stay in front of tonight with a win.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, kind of goes without saying, right? If you're both 14th, you're probably a similar team, and you always feel good about coming into a game with a chance to win and both help yourself and hurt them as well.
The Governors and Tigers, when they played in Huron a couple 2 weeks ago, it was a 4-set win, 25-17, 25-12, 24-26, and 25-11 win for the Huron Tigers. The Governors didn't play their best game against the Huron Tigers. Obviously, they took on Harrisburg the next game, and that was a very good Harrisburg Tiger team. They're undefeated for a reason. Then they played Aberdeen Central that Saturday and played a really good game. They still got swept by the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, but they played much better in that game than when they did against the Huron Tigers. And then the Govs won in 4 sets against Yankton last Thursday. So over the last 2, the Governors have played a lot better. That's, you know, yes, it's a little bit of a kind of a dust statement saying you have to play better to beat this team, but the Governors are doing that, and they know they want and need to play better against this Huron Tiger squad.
Yeah, and again, if they're kind of on your level and you can kind of look at them and you take that first game back and say, hey, we can just fix a couple little things, then we'll be right in it, and I think that gives them a lot of confidence to go ahead and get a good result tonight. But honestly, I look kind of at some of the score comparisons and things like that, and these two teams are so similar with the results they've had against the different AA schools that it's just going to be who's playing well tonight.
Well, right now, if the season had ended today, Huron would obviously have the tiebreaker with the fact that they won their matchup against Pierre. But Pierre would be traveling to Jefferson to take on the Cavaliers. We'll see Jefferson in 2 weeks from tonight. But, obviously Jefferson, Washington, you probably don't want to be playing those two teams in the Sonac 16 and then O'Gorman number 4. But if you do want to move up, and Rapid City Central is just right above both Huron and Pierre, just 0.6 points ahead of the Governors, and then you get a little bit farther away from Rapid City Stevens. But to try and move up a couple of spots, again, this is a game that you got to win. We talked about it last Thursday. The team Yankton was below you in the standings. You don't want to maybe necessarily treat this team as a team below you in the standings, but knowing that they will be below you in the standings with the win, you treat it almost like they are just below you in the standings, and you got to make sure you take advantage of it and take control tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, losing just so recently, just a couple weeks ago, I think that obviously that's fresh in their memory and things like that. So it probably feels, like you say, they're even and you can knock them below you, but it probably feels like they're just above you, and that really, if you can get them and push them down, then you're really accomplishing everything you need to accomplish.
And then the other side of it too, I think, going back to the last couple of years, outside of a team being, discrepancy being bigger than what it normally is, you don't see these two teams sweep each other very often. The Governors have had bad games in Huron, and then I think Huron would say they've had bad games here in Pierre, but they've usually gone 1-1 somewhere along the line in those two games. They've been doing this for the last couple of years, that they've been playing back-to-back, or not back-to-back games, but playing twice in a season, with them being 2 weeks apart. And usually the team that does win doesn't end up getting the win in the next time they play each other. So again, it's a little bit, I don't want to say the Governors are at the advantage because they're the team that lost, but I think what we saw in that matchup is that the Governors had a lot more still there to give, and a lot more better that they could play than what Huron. Don't want to say that they can't be any better than what they were, but there's so much more that the Governors can do, that I think they're in a better spot going into this contest.
Yeah, absolutely. And just playing each other twice a year, which you don't play every team in AA twice a year, it's kind of rare actually. And for Pierre and Aberdeen to play each other twice a year, you start knowing each other and things like that. Plus, it's a big rivalry. I mean, it always seems like Huron and Pierre's a rivalry, whether just like every other rivalry, you kind of toss the records out and things like that. Unless there's one team that's just dramatically better, you're going to get a good game. And in this case, I think you're going to get a good game because the teams are very similar.
Well, the Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers are coming up from Riggs High School. Before we get to our first commercial break, I think they're going to do the senior awards first, or the honoring the seniors first. So we will stay here and throw it down to Ryan Munson. I think that we're going to do that before we take our first commercial break, because everybody's kind of standing around with the plaques and everything else. So we won't go to our coaches' interviews quite yet. We'll keep it here. We'll have that for you here on KCCR and available to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports. But again, we're down to the final couple weeks of the regular season. After tonight, the Governors have just 4 games remaining, with it being a home game on Friday against O'Gorman. These are the final 2 home games. And the last 3 games, Saturday, Tuesday, and the following Tuesday, against Aberdeen Central, Brookings, and Jefferson. When you look at where these 5 games are at, these last 5 games, this is the weakest opponent that the Governors had in terms of record, in terms of standings. And that's saying that there's a pretty tough schedule down the stretch, because Huron's not a weak team by any means.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And, obviously O'Gorman's a challenge no matter when you play them and things like that. But especially late in the year, they're going to get probably what is their best effort. There's, I think one team in that last group of 4 or 5 other than Huron that probably has a sub 500 record. So you're going to be playing quality all along. So that just makes this one tonight even more important.
Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers. We are closing in at 7 o'clock. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. I believe we're just about set to have the senior introductions, although Ryan Munson's got to make sure he's got the microphone in hand. He had to take that out before he starts talking. We'll send it down to Ryan Munson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pierre High School for tonight's volleyball match. Before we get started with volleyball action, we have our senior night recognition for our seniors in the volleyball program. Tonight we would like to thank our parents and players for all their dedication and support for Governor Volleyball. Tonight the parents are going to be presented with a picture composite on behalf of the Pierre Athletic Department. We would like to thank Cheryl Ullman and her graphic design class for creating these gifts. Presenting the senior gift is Coach Gary Wheelhouse and Coach Chloe Kaiser. Tonight we recognize the following seniors. First up, Kira Gossman, daughter of Troy and Misty Gossman, and Nicole Gossman. Kira's favorite volleyball memory are the bus trips and getting hyped with the team before the games. Her future plans include attending Yale to become a professional matchmaker. Next up, Ava Swenson, daughter of Brent and Serena Swenson. Ava's favorite volleyball memory is how Campbell Cronin got her nickname Jim. I'm not touching that one, 10 football. Her future plans include becoming Vice President of the United States of America. Next up, Ellie Browers, daughter of John and Michelle Browers. Ellie's favorite volleyball memory are the team bonding they've done out at the Byerly Family Ranch. And her future plans include continuing to protect Gotham City. Next up, Savannah Fullerton, daughter of Scott and Shauna Fullerton. Savannah's favorite volleyball memories are doing line dances in practice and going on coffee and Walmart runs with the freshmen. Her future plans include becoming an alpaca farmer. Next up, Grace Hanton, daughter of Bob and Kay Hanton. Grace's favorite volleyball memory, getting hit in the head by Avery Kaiser and cheating on the concussion test so I can still play. Her future plans include becoming an underground SoundCloud rapper. Next up, J.C. Bauer, daughter of Matthew and Jenny Bauer. J.C.'s favorite volleyball memory, running into the ref stand at the Spearfish game this year. Her future plans include attending NWICC to become a raccoon trainer. Next up, Campbell Cronin, daughter of Tara Van Winkle and Shane Cronin. Campbell's favorite volleyball memory, when I set myself up at a game versus Rapid City Central and the refs didn't notice. Campbell's future plans are to attend Florida State University to major in underwater basket weaving.
Underwater.
Next up, Addison Soma, daughter of Randy and Jennifer Soma. Addison's favorite volleyball memory are all the bus trips. And her future plans are to be the Bachelorette on season 24.
Be the Bachelorette for season 24.
And our final senior is Ana Munoz-Rayo. Ana is the daughter of Gregorio Munoz and Ana Rayo, and her host parents with her here tonight are Matt and Kim Brackey. Her favorite volleyball memory was the overnight trip to Spearfish and Sturgis. So much fun. Her future plans are to get her driver's license and become a taxi driver.
Yeah, because they can't get their license until they're 18 in Spain. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up and make some noise for the class of 2025.
So seniors have been introduced. We are getting set for first serve between Pierre and Huron coming up from Riggs High School, as we will take our first break here in the pregame show. It only took 18 minutes to get our first break in the pregame show, but we will step aside. We'll start our conversations with our coaches. We'll first talk with the head coach of the Huron Tigers and Josh Lean. That'll be coming up in 4 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KCCR. Why don't you get on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Did you know it is important for your child to see the dentist at the time their first tooth erupt? A healthy smile begins at birth, and there are many variables, from healthy eating habits to good oral hygiene and routine dental care. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer. At Missouri River Dentistry, we enjoy working with people of all ages. Dentistry is our profession, but people are our focus. I invite families to come experience an office that uses the latest techniques and equipment to be sure you receive that healthy and happy smile. To schedule your appointments for your family, call us at 223-2021. Kids love us, parents trust us.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakota.sprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakota.sprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC. As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Lean of the Huron Tigers. Coach, you just saw this team 2 weeks ago. You guys got a 4-set win in Huron, now going on the road. How much do you take from that game 2 weeks ago into tonight's game?
Well, we take a lot from that game. One, momentum, confidence, all of those things. The second thing is the scouting report, right? So watching the matches that Pierre has played, well, and you could say the same again about us, watching the matches we played since then, we are who we are at this point of the season. They are who they are. So at this point, we feel like we know them. Whether or not we're going to be able to execute the same, I think they probably feel on their home court, it gives them that slight edge. On our home court, it gave us the slight edge. So that there's a lot of things we carry from 2 weeks ago, and hopefully, for our sake, hopefully we just have enough left in the tank that we can battle with these guys tonight.
Well, besides the win, too, what's the biggest takeaway that you liked what your team did, and then the biggest takeaway that need to be better tonight to make sure you get another win?
Yeah, so we felt like we'd never really let Campbell get in rhythm in Huron out of the middle, because I feel like she's good enough to beat us. But we kind of served and played her out of the match. They weren't able to feed her the ball in system and really made her easy to defend when they couldn't get the ball to her. So if that's going to be a sustain. If we want to win tonight, we're going to have to try to continue to keep her out of this volleyball match, because she's got the talent level to beat us. What we need to do better is much tougher. We've got to keep JC out of the game, right? We've got to serve her. We've got to try to frustrate her a little bit, because again, she's another kid on that side of the net that's good enough to beat us by herself. And so if we can continue to play hard. Now, what I said, I think pregame 2 weeks ago in Huron was that, I have a JC too. Her name is Allie Davis, right? And so between Allie on our side and JC on their side, whichever one of those two kids shows up to make less errors, to score more points, to really play aggressive, is going to give their side a chance to win. So it'll be, to me, we're going to be able to determine a lot based on looking at the stats between Allie on the Huron side and JC on the Pierre side. So that's where we're looking to we're going to have to get better on that block early.
coming in the final couple weeks of the regular season, obviously you guys are both right now tied in seed points in the standings. Farther down. So how much do you play up this game knowing that a win gets you above them in the standings and try and then inch you a little bit closer to teams ahead of you guys?
Yeah, so when I think about it, I don't want to put so much pressure on this game that we feel like we're playing for the state tournament or playing into the SODAC 16 match right now, because we're not. However, I've been around long enough to know that every win now impacts who we play in November, right, for that SODAC match. And every win maybe ratchets up our chance to maybe get an upset in that SODAC 16 match. Every loss obviously makes it more and more difficult. So I carry that weight, but I try to keep that on my staff and I's shoulders so we don't put that pressure on the girls, because right now, trust me, the student section sitting right on top of our outside hitters are going to put plenty of pressure on our kids, which is the fun part about playing in this gym. I don't need to add to that. So that's where we're at right now. And so I'll carry that, but I'll try to keep it off of them.
I talk to a lot of coaches, and especially Pierre coach too, and asking how important a good start is. Being senior night here tonight for Pierre, how key is it for a good start for Huron to kind of take that out of the equation?
Well, it's key. Are we going to be able to do it? It's a whole other story, right? Their seniors are going to have that extra level in them tonight, and they deserve to have that. They've been around the program a long time. So the real test for us won't be necessarily set one. It's if we don't come out hard on set one, can we hit the reset button and play the rest of the night, or are we going to let the tempo of set one determine the whole night? So to me, it'll be more our response, to be honest, because they're going to come out firing, they're going to come out aggressive and really take a lot of risks, and that's great. They deserve to do that on senior night, but can we respond? That's the question.
Talk with Coach Lean of the Huron Tigers. Final question, Coach. Biggest key for the Huron Tigers to get a win tonight?
Well, I don't want to sound like every coach's broken record, but it's going to come in the serve and pass, right? So if we can serve more aces than they serve, and if we can keep our setter 8 foot or tighter on the net, we're going to have the best chance.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back with more of the pregame show next year on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective in breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission-driven to provide affordable, high-quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high-quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
Walking together in faith, living together in faith, working together in faith, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Pastor Sam Hanschke. I hope that our athletes have an excellent and successful season. I pray that God would continue to richly bless them. I invite you to join me in praying for our athletes during the year.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
As we welcome back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Joining me is Coach Carrie Wheelhouse of the Pierre Governor volleyball team. Coach, senior night tonight, the final 2 home games this week, but senior night tonight. Both nights are going to be special, but how special is this night tonight?
Yeah, this night tonight is pretty special. You know, we've got a good group of 9 seniors this year. And, 8 of them have been playing all 4 years here, or 7 of them. 1 came back to Pierre. And then a foreign exchange student, and they just have made a lot to this, meant a lot to this program and to me, especially being a new coach coming in, and so we're excited to honor them.
You get a familiar opponent against the Huron Tigers tonight on senior night. What do you take from that last game? Because it was just 2 weeks ago. How much do you take from that last game?
Yeah, a lot. We got to see them, and then it's always nice to come back and be able to play them again. And so definitely using some of the stuff that we saw, and then we've changed some stuff up and got a little more consistent in our rotation and some of our hits, and have been working on some different offensive stuff. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage, stuff that maybe they didn't see 2 weeks ago.
And on top of that too, having played them 2 weeks ago, and obviously you'd like to see a win in that first game, but knowing that you took a set from them, and maybe they might potentially be overlooking you guys, but how important it is to be able to come out and beat Huron for momentum going in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, especially being at home and having it be senior night. The girls have a little more of a chip on their shoulder that they don't want to take senior night, and they feel like they should have won that game a couple weeks ago. We just made some mistakes that they wanted to clean up, so they have a lot of pressure going into this, but are very excited for it at the same time, and I don't think are going to succumb to the pressure maybe that we would have in the first half of the season. So, it's a must-win game tonight. We're tied right now with Huron in the standings, so we really want to get this win so that we can kind of move ourselves up in those standings as much as we can.
And again, I know I asked this a lot, but, the importance of a good start. What would a good start mean for this contest against Huron?
Yeah, going right away and not getting behind in any points or any major runs is going to be key to us in the very first set. Really coming out and showing what we can do, because if we get ourselves too far behind, it's hard to catch up in the game of volleyball.
You mentioned these seniors just a little, at the beginning of the interview about what they've meant to you and what they've meant to the program, and I'll give you a chance to maybe expound on that just a little bit more about what these seniors have meant to this Pierre Governor team, what they'll mean to this team going in the future.
Yeah, having 9 seniors with our foreign exchange student on the team, can create some difficulties, but at the same time, they're a pretty good group of girls that, have a good skill set, so they came in ready to go, and all kind of had their positions, so that makes it easy for a first-time coach. We've changed some stuff around, but they've adapted to that pretty well and adapted to bringing up some younger girls to play with them and definitely being that leadership in the gym that we need.
Then overall tonight, what biggest key for the Governors to get a win?
Biggest key is to go right away and make sure that we're limiting the mistakes on our side of the net.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Back with more of the pregame show next here in 3 minutes on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Rev up your drive with Capital City Ford in Pierre. Dive into our impressive lineup of Ford vehicles, from sleek sedans to robust trucks. At Capital City Ford, we're not just about selling cars, we're about crafting exceptional experiences. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you in finding the perfect Ford that suits your lifestyle and budget. Visit us today and let us evaluate your driving experience with Capital City Ford.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
We are closing in on the first serve between the Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers. John Wick there alongside Mendel Miller here on this Tuesday evening at senior night. Mendel, real quick, your biggest key in your mind for the Governors to get a win tonight.
The first time, call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the capital city area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Govs!
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
This fall, celebrate the spirit of sports with Beck Motor Company, proudly supporting our community for 55 years. Whether you're gearing up for the big game or just need reliable transportation, Beck Motor Company is here for all your automotive needs. From SUVs to Silverados to sedans, our wide selection ensures there is a vehicle for every lifestyle. We're making a great deal better. Beck Motor Company, Pierre, your trusted automotive partner since 1969. Give us a call at 605-224-5912 or check us out at www.beck-motors.com.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Back here at Riggs High School as we are set for first serve between the Pierre Governors and the Huron Tigers. They are introducing starting lineups. We'll go through them as well. It'll be Jency Gorgon, the 5'8 junior center. Number 5, Samantha McMordet, the 5'7 senior middle hitter. Number 6, Chloe Carr, the 6-foot junior middle hitter. Number 16, Aurora Dreyer, the 5'10 senior right side hitter. Number 17, Addison Knight, the 5'8 sophomore outside hitter. Number 18, Allie Davis, the 5'7 junior outside hitter. And the libero is Hilton Hines, the 5'8 junior libero for the Huron Tigers. For the Pierre Governors, it is number 2, Ava Swenson, the 5'5 senior defensive specialist. Number 9, Savannah Fullerton, the 5'8 senior middle hitter. Number 14, JC Bauer, the 5'10 senior outside hitter. Number 16, Campbell Cronin, the 5'11 senior middle hitter. Number 18, Molly Olson, the 5'6 sophomore center. And number 24, Addison Soma, the 5'9 senior center, with libero being Grace Hinton, the 5'8 senior. As Hinton wore the black jersey as the libero. Hilton Hines wearing the pink jersey for the Huron Tigers. We might be seeing some pink jerseys come Friday when the Pierre Governors host the O'Gorman Knights for Dick Pink Night. But we're set and ready to go. Just about half an hour behind schedule, but no time to now to get some volleyball in Mendel.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. I think this game will probably be worth the wait.
Where the Pierre Governors were last week, 2 weeks ago when they played the Huron Tigers, I think they just have so much to prove for this contest that I think it's going to be big for them to come out and make it worth the wait for this Pierre crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of kind of one of the bigger crowds we've heard, bigger student section. They're noisy already, so a really good atmosphere right now.
The team that will serve first, and I'm not sure who that looks like it might be the Huron Tigers that will serve first. As they're in there, both teams are in white. It's a good thing we're playing volleyball. Both teams in white with the black numbers and letters for the Huron Tigers and the green numbers and letters for the Pierre Governors. And the one big difference is which team's libero is on the side. If you're trying to figure out which team is which, the pink jersey is the Huron Tigers, the green jersey or the black jersey are the Pierre Governors. So first serve will be Jency Gorgon as we're underway here on this Tuesday night. First set for Savannah Fullerton. That will be hit out, so is not touched. No, it was touched by the Huron Tigers. And the Pierre Governors will take a 1-0 lead as Savannah Fullerton gets the first point of the night for the Govs.
Yeah, good start there. Good pass and a good in-system set to get the middle started right away.
So here's Molly Olson that will serve first for Pierre. That one's right down the line, but missing wide. And it's now a 1-1 tie and a quick early service error for the Pierre Governors as we are tied up 1-1 here in set one.
It's so important to serve aggressively, and there's a fine line between hitting it out and hitting it where you need it to be.
Addison Knight with the serve. Hampton will try and pass up to the net for Soma. And that'll be set here from Gorgon. That was touched at the net and then blocked back by the Governors. Comes back for J.C. Bauer, two hands with it. And Hilton Hines will be able to get to it. And then the set will go to the corner on a kill from Paige Sharon. Make that Allie Davis, number 10, and gets the first kill of the night for the Huron Tigers as Davis makes it 2-1.
Yeah, Davis hitting from the outside there. She's going to get a lot of opportunities.
Knight on the serve. Olsen will set middle of the floor for Bauer, but that was dug out by the Tigers after it was partially blocked. That one will be tipped, rolls off the shoulder of Hampton, and then played across by Bauer from the near side. This will be a left-handed hit that will be hit out. It was not touched by the Governors as Chloe Carr will make that again at Aurora Dreyer. That will hit that one long, and it's now 2-2.
Yeah, they were looking for a touch there. Just not a lot on that hit and didn't get under it.
So now at 2-2, Savannah Fullerton serve. Hilton Hines will play. That'll be set to the far side. That attack will be hit out by Davis, and it's now a 3-2 lead for the Governors on back-to-back hitting errors by the Tigers.
You see Davis really wanted to pick on the back right corner.
Fullerton will serve again. She's got the lone kill for the Governors in their 3 points. Hilton Hines, that might have been going long, but Hines played it. Now a free ball coming across for the Governors. Olsen will set, tapped by Cronin, then played back across by the Tigers. Olsen now will set far side for Soma, and that one was a missed dig, and Soma's going to get her first kill. On the back row, Addison Knight couldn't dig it out, and Soma got her first point and a 4-2 lead. Governors with 3 in a row.
Yeah, Hines is a really good libero for Huron, so Pierre's going to have to try to get away from her on those kills.
That'll be served to Hines and sent over the nets, and it will be a point and for Jency Gorgon, who just played that right across, and the quick two-hit attack turned in the favor of the Tigers.
Yeah, it looked like Pierre was ready for it too. Cronin was there, but couldn't control it.
So now here a serve for the Huron Tigers. This will be Haley Rogers, the 5'5 junior in. And then miscommunication between Ava Swenson and Molly Olsen turns into an ace. And a point here for Rogers in a 4-4 tie.
Yeah, good seam picking, or a good serve hitting the seam there.
So another serve here from Rogers, who steps all the way to the back, all the way back to the wall as she'll serve from left to right. That'll be hit long, and then another service error. First one for Huron, second one today for in total between the two teams. And it's 5-4 now in favor of the Governors. I think a much better start to this first set here for Pierre. Obviously, we're still early on. This will just be the 10th point of the first set. But much better start for Pierre than they did the first time against Huron.
It'll be something for Huron to get used to, playing in the arena with big court. These smaller courts, they probably take an adjustment.
On the near side, that one will be into the net, but it was touched by the Governors. Blocked again by Cronin. And then a free ball across for the Governors. Olsen to the near side for Gossman. Her first swing is a high dig from Hilton Hines with a nice pass to the far side. Blocked by the Governors. That was not blocked by the Governors. 4-hit violation as Davis put it into the net. And the Governors pick up a 6-4 lead.
It's a point either way for Pierre, but it certainly looked like that might have been blocked, and the way Pierre players reacted, I think they might have touched a little bit of it.
J.C. Bauer with the ace, after that was misplayed in the back row. A 7-4 lead here for the Governors, as Rogers couldn't come away with that clean lead. First ace tonight for the Pierre Governors, 7-4 lead. Pierre's with 3 in a row again. That one rolled up off of Rogers, which doesn't turn into an ace for Bauer, but it is an 8-4 lead. And Coach Lean will get Rogers out of the game. Kristen DeGeese will check in. And it's an 8-4 lead here for Pierre. A 4-point swing again for the Governors.
I think that was Knight, unless they switched numbers on us. 17?
Yes, you're right. Addison Knight. This will be hit long, and that will be out by Bauer. Now an 8-5 score.
Yeah, good. 2 really good serves there by J.C. Bauer, picking on the 5 position back there in the middle, staying away from Hines, which I think is a really good idea.
Madison Jurgens, the 5'1 senior, checks in. She will serve here for the Huron Tigers. Governors lead it by 3, 8-5 here in set number 1. As Jurgens, it'll be Olsen that will receive. Soma here on the nearest side. That's tapped over by Gossman, but then dug out by Jurgens. Far side Davis. That'll be all the way to the corner, and a nice play from Alexis Schleckaway. Tapped a couple times by the Tigers, and a free ball comes across here for Pierre. Soma, far side, puts it down the line and puts it in. Coach Lean was looking for a hitting violation against Soma, but she'll pick up her second kill. Now a 9-5 lead for the Governors.
Good set there by Olsen to get Soma a good look, and Soma goes hard angle. A little bit, probably 50-50 ball in the carry, but we'll take it.
Soma's serve almost touched the floor before it was picked up by Jurgens. Now it'll be over from Cronin, but dug out again by Jurgens. Hampton will get to that ball. Now here's Browers, 2-hand to the corner, but that's easily played from DeGeese. Now far side, Davis again was blocked, and she couldn't play it another time. Ellie Browers and Gable Cronin over there for the block, and a 10-5 lead here for Pierre.
Yeah, nice block there by Pierre. Got up and blocked it straight down. Huron didn't have any cover. They thought it was going out, but it drops in.
10-5 for the Governors. That one right over the top of the net from Soma, a line drive. That one blocked again by Pierre from the Davis attack. This will be a free ball across, but it's going to be hit out by Jurgens. And it's 11-5 lead for the Governors. And a timeout will be taken by Coach Lean. Governors lead it 11-5 here in set 1 over the Huron Tigers. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you, your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
And we welcome you back here at Riggs High School. 11-5 lead in set number 1 for the Pierre Governors over the Huron Tigers. John McClure alongside Mendel Miller. Emma Thielen back at the station for us this evening. Mendel, a really strong start here for the Governors, both offensively and defensively, with a couple big blocks.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing inspired volleyball, senior night, not a surprise, but they just, now can they keep it up?
This will be set middle of the floor. That one's over. It was more punched over from Chloe Carr. Now middle of the floor for the Governors, and Campbell Cronin will pick up her first kill. The Govs lead at 12-5. They have scored 8 of the last 9 points to lead it by 7, 12-5.
And Huron hasn't been able to vary their offense very well. They've been going outside with Davis for most of the night.
Almost was misplayed off the serve reception by the Tigers. Now Soma will set. Browers has to get 2 hands to it. Got to the corner, and Hilton Hines was able to dive for it. And then the attack from Allie Davis is hit too far. Was not touched by the Governors. And it's now 13-5. And Davis